Today on Derek Does, we're doing these. Hi, welcome back to another Derek Does. I'm Derek, and if you're new here, check out my other videos. I'm sure you're gonna find something you like. If you're into what I'm gonna show you, I have a lot more videos very similar to this one. Today, we are going to be looking at these. These are the M-1951 combat trousers, Arctic trousers, whatever you want, cold weather trousers. What's the official name? The official name stamped on them is Trousers Shell Field M-1951. Now these were the second of these cargo style fighting trousers that the U.S. Army had. The first one was a 1947 version, which was different, and then this was the first 6-pocket, where you have 2 pockets in the front, 2 pockets in the back, and 2 pockets on the side. This was the very first one that the U.S. military did this style. Then what replaced this afterwards would be the 1965 trousers that would go along with the M65 field jacket. This, of course, was going along with the M51 field jacket, which I have a lot of videos on that you can watch. This particular pair came from that mega haul from another previous video a while ago. You can check that out, of just all this mostly Korea War, early Vietnam stuff that a veteran had. And this is a pair that he had. I don't know if these were his personal ones or if he just collected them. I know a lot of those guys just collect stuff like that. But I was going to show you these. They're kind of cool. I kind of like them better than the BDU style just because they look a little different. I do like them in green, olive drab, as opposed to just woodland camouflage and that sort of thing. But so I'll show you these. They're kind of everything that you think that you know about like a BDU, where these aren't BDUs. These are actually just trousers. What did I tell you? Combat trousers? Field trousers. Field trousers. And these are a little different because these actually still have, and I'll show you when we do close-ups, they have buttons on the inside to put a liner, much like the M51 field jacket. Very similar liner would go into the pants too. So you would have these over top of your regular pants with the liner and your field jacket and the liner inside your field jacket, plus your wool shirts and all that stuff. So you should be pretty cozy overall. But so what I'll do is I'll put these on. These are a size medium regular and they should fit me. I actually haven't put them on yet. So I'll put them on and you can see how they look on, at least on me, and then I'll put them on the hanger, and then we could look at all the special features and close-ups and things like that like I normally do. It's a neat pair of pants. I don't know if I'm gonna sell these or not. If they fit me cool, I mean, they're kind of cool. But obviously in the summertime, I don't wanna wear these because they are a thicker pair of pants. They're not a thin, light pant. I mean, although they are cotton. But let's put them on and I'll show you what they look like on. All right, so here they are. Again, these are medium regular. If you're looking for a pair, for reference, I'm a little over 5'10", about 155, usually around a 32, 33 waist, depending. And these are fine, I have room. Keep in mind these are made to be a little bit larger, so you could put your other pants underneath them and you wear them as a layering. You have 2 pockets, which are nice. They have little snaps on them to keep stuff in. 2 back pockets too that are also snapped, and then your side pockets, which also have a snap, just in the middle. A little different than the M65 type of BDU, but you get an idea. They're kind of nice. They're not particularly huge, you know. They're comfortable actually. They have more of a higher waist, so you have to keep that in mind when you're buying. If you're used to modern clothing, this is a natural waist, so it's going to be right up here as opposed to down here. Let's look them on the hanger. All right, so here they are. They're a nice clean pair, as you can see. I mean, they have wear, obviously. They're not dead stock by any means, but they're not abused and they're not like worn out or anything like that. So the major things we see as we first look on here, we do have buttons here which would be more for suspenders, that you could put suspenders here and here and here and here. You have a button on the top flight, and then you have a talon, just your standard military talon you've seen from World War II and on, of an aluminum front zipper. Here's your pockets, and then you can see that it's just a snap, and then you have the lining on the inside. You have those on both sides. On the back, you have for your suspenders again. You have these pull tabs that are just like you would see in any military from this time period to Vietnam to on. They have these little side to just get it tighter if you want to. Here's your two back pockets that are snap, just like the front. And these are your side pockets, which are also with a snap and not a button, like a BDU would have two buttons on either side. They're not really bellowed in the front, but they are bellowed in the back, kind of like that early Vietnam jungle pants, where it is only on one side. Modern BDUs are bellowed on the front and the back, so that's a little bit of a difference there. You also have on the bottom, you have drawstrings instead of the, the nylon ones you get on the BDUs. You have those, and they're on both sides. You do have an interesting feature here with the back belt loop is offset, kind of like a Texas Levi 501. But mainly the whole reason they do that is so that the machines don't have to, they just go through one layer of cotton, the belt loop to the one layer. If you put it in line with this, then your machine has to go through the doubled up layers here, but then it also has to go up through 4 layers of felded seam there. So if you put it here just a little off, you save needles and you save the machine having all that extra. So on the inside, when we look inside, you can see this, these are the bellows for the front pockets and back pockets, and even has a little side pocket here. I'm not sure how to get into that. Oh, up here at the top, that you could put, some valuables and that sort of thing. And it has a little button there that you can close that up so you can keep your keepsakes, maybe a ring or a watch or something you don't want to get lost during a battle. You can put in there and it'll just keep it nice and safe inside your pants. Now the one interesting thing is it has a drawstring. So not only does it have belt loops, not only does it have suspenders, not only does it have these side pulls like a BDU, but it also has a built-in drawstring that goes all the way around. So you can tighten that up even more so. And you can see it continues on there as you're going along. So it's got a lot of extras. Here you can see these are medium regular. These are the trouser shell field M-1951. Now its pattern date is November 51. These pants are from January 52. So these, I would say these were the first generation pants, because these are only, this is the 3rd month from January to November. So I would say this is a first generation pair of the M-1951 pants, which is pretty good, it's kind of cool. And it was made by Progressive C&A Manufacturing. And then it has the information. And you can see that you can still read this. These might have been washed once, but not multiple times. Now inside, I was telling you about the liner. And that's what each of these buttons that are just hanging here with a little piece of canvas has a button on each one of those. And that's where you would button in your liner. So just so you know that. Now I don't know, because I don't have the liner, if I was just seeing if there's a button down here too to catch it, like in a jacket you would button it through the sleeve, but I don't see anything here. So I think they would just slide through the pants and just gravity would keep them down. So here they are. They're they're a nice pair of pants. I mean, they're a little heavy, but you know, in the wintertime or fall, these would be great. Just not so much in the summertime. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode on this really cool pair of M-51 or 1951 trousers field for that the kind of came out right around the Korean War, for Korean War all the way up through Vietnam a bit, and then they would replace them with the M65 trousers also. But hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned a little bit about this. At least if you've never seen these before, this will at least get you into the door of like, oh, what's out there? And they're kind of cool because they're different, and I kind of like different. Even though they were common at one time, they're not common today. So if you see a guy wearing one of these, they're either originals or they're reproductions. Because keep in mind, all this stuff I'm showing you, if you can't find originals, you can find reproductions. Most of the stuff I do show you though, I do put on eBay. This pair might be on eBay. If so, I'll put it in the description below, and then you can try to make a bid on them if you want to. Not a bid, it's just a flat, that's what I'm asking, and then you can make an offer on them. So that's kind of what it is. So I've got an M51 fishtail on there right now, but it's a dead stock one, so it's a little high. And then just a normal M51, I think, and maybe a liner, something like that. And some underwear, which I have not done a thing on it, but that was also in the big lot. It was a whole bunch of Korea War underwear, long underwear, not regular underwear, but long underwear. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Rambling On. Hope you learned a little bit, and if you get a pair, let me know, because I want to know if, you know, what you think as you're wearing them, if you like them, if you like how they fit, the styles, that sort of thing. They are different and they are cool. So hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you on the next Derek Does. Thank you for watching.